Hi, my name is Nickel, and today we'll be playing Riven.
Gates unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
Oh wait, it's Riven. Hi everyone, I'm Nickel. By day I'm a software engineer. By night I'm an amateur game developer working on my first game at the moment. I can tell you more about that later, but for now we're playing Riven, the sequel to Myst. Many ages, infinite truths.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help. There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid there's no time to explain. Most of what you'll need to know is in here. And for reasons you will discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny, but it's actually a one-person prison. It's the only way to capture Gen. Here. Once you've freed Catherine, I'll come with a linking book. She'll know how to signal me. There's a very good chance, if all this goes well, that you'll be returned to the place that you came from. Until we meet again, take care, my friend.
Here we are. We don't have control yet.
Ủa? Kaya eh. Kawarin. Lugawi pa man. Tagima. Rekowa. Tagima. Su Rekowa. Wisira. Wisira. Mutika ko kuha nai. Wisira. Mutika ko kuha nai. Bukuan ay. Sirap. Bukuan ay. Bukuan. 向こうはない。
Alright, we're in. I'm so excited to play this game. Now, if you haven't played the previous game in this series, Mist, I do have a playthrough. It's the first thing I ever recorded. It's really rough. It's really spotty. Oh. Press the tab key. I'll have to look at my books. Okay. Okay, we'll read this in a second actually. So if you haven't played the first game, as I said, I've got my own playthrough. It's very rough. But basically the man at the start, Atreus, is from the first game and he is the worst father ever. He raised these two awful sons, Cirrus and Akina, and they tried to take over the world. It is, in so many words, it's a bit more complicated than that. And we helped him eliminate them in the first game. Okay, so we're following a bit of a tutorial here. Scarab beetles. Okay, we'll take pictures of things. Interesting. Okay, so we have 4 scarab beetles with 4 paintings. They seem religious in a way. So men praying to a figure, some kind of bishop or priest who's got a book on his head. We can see outside, we can see tunnels. Are these patterns significant? They're all the same pattern. So back to this one. Discover the story of Gan told through art is the achievement I just unlocked. So, he's writing a book. So is he the guy who makes the books, maybe? This is of course a remake of a very old game, which I haven't played. We have a hand with a sigil on it over an empty book and people praying to the book. We have trees cut down and a fire. Okay, we have Gan, I assume, overlooking someone falling down into flames with an open book. Did Gan put me here? And now we've seen all of them, I believe. Oh no. I've discussed all of them, I believe, So we have Gan, he has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Is that the same person? There's scripture, there's scrolls, there's diagrams. But let's just see if I can see my pictures. Notebook. So I've got that one, that one, that one, that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which one don't I have? We just got to get into this again, by the way. Just got to get into the whole problem-solving mood. We've got this one. We don't have this one. Okay, cool, cool. Now, we can't go this way. So we've got another path down. A locked gate with a bit of a star key. Aren't the graphics just amazing? The fidelity here, Oh, look at that. It's like it's like the chamber from the first game, right? That's up on the mountain that we rotated around, if you remember that. There's the walkway. This doesn't move, probably another key required. Okay, we still can't... Okay. Interesting kind of machine. Maybe I can pull this. Nope. And that lets air in. Or out, maybe. Now with the first game, it's still not happening. With Myst, I'd actually seen screenshots and I'd seen, you know, comparisons, so some things weren't very surprising to me. So for instance, Akinar and Cirrus in the books wasn't surprising to me, but going to the New Worlds was surprising. Here, I'm completely in the dark. I've seen the cover art, which is this ball thing, and that's it. So let's keep going. Oh, I'm so excited to be here. Okay. Very religious vibes, you know, very ritualistic type vibes here to begin with. Okay. So like offerings being left or there, something like that. It looks like a bit of a dead end though. I can't see anything here. Okay, do we have some kind of... Nope, we don't have a map. So... Oh, that's spinning. There's a ball... We missed this earlier. So there's a ball spinning here. Yep, walkway. another kind of a walkway. And we couldn't open this, right? So I wonder if there'll be new worlds to go to here, or if it's going to be the majority of the game in here. Oh. This is where I was trapped at the start. Okay, it's probably about time we look at this book, I think. We'll just have another quick... Yeah, we can't get down here. I could get down there if I were playing this, if this were real life. Alright, let's have a look at the book. '87, 610, so is that 1887? June the 10th? Or the 6th of October? They held for more than... well, hold on. Yeah, so the month is 6. Alright. They held for more than 30 years, but the corrections I made to Riven have finally failed. The island has resumed the familiar pattern of decay that is the hallmark of my father's work. I must now race to implement this new patch before it's too late. I only hope that my revised theories are sound. 6 days later, revisions to Riven completed. There are still a number of minor adjustments that need to be made, but the basic corrections are in and should be working. Something's not right. I've been monitoring the instruments for several hours now, but have thus far observed no change. It's possible I've made an error, though I've checked my entry against my prenotation and can find no discrepancy. I haven't slept in nearly 3 days, so it may be that I'm just not seeing it. If the fault is with my foundational assumptions... however, perhaps after a short rest I will see something. So 2 days later, success. It appears that my repairs have been effective after all. The gateway image has become noticeably clearer, and although it's impossible to know this with absolute certainty, the island seems to have quieted itself. Just a few more weeks of work and I should be free, at last, to go there myself and attempt to bring Catherine back. The past 8 months have left me little time to devise a strategy for getting her out of there. There's been no sign from her in all that time. I only hope that... No, I must assume she's alright, lest my fears undermine my efforts. The next day, I did not create the Age of Riven. Unlike my father, I have never presumed to have such power, and yet the future of all those who lived there has fallen into my hands. So far, I've managed to read the page before it turns. The island continues to appear stable, and I would like to believe that I have saved a dying world. But the theories of one individual cannot support the lives of real people indefinitely. I must get everyone off Riven as soon as possible. The problem now is Gan. I'll never be able to rescue Catherine and relocate the islanders if he is still the man he used to be. I haven't seen him in over 30 years, but given his history, I must assume that he's still a threat. His myopic mission to restore the Dini civilization has left too many innocent cultures dying in its wake. A pattern that would no doubt continue were he ever to escape the confines of Riven. So let's just take stock. So he's trying to save... So this is Atris. He's trying to save Catherine. He's doing work on the book. Doing repairs. Gan is imprisoned here. So that's probably why I don't have a return book, so that Gan can't get out. For more than 3 decades now, the universe has been safe from his corruptive influence because no one has been able to leave that ill-fated age. The last linking book out of Riven has been lost in the Star Fissure upon my return to Mist. That was our intention, to maroon my father on Riven by removing all the existing links to other worlds. So Gan is his father. And since the libraries containing the vast and intricate knowledge needed to construct linking books remained largely confined to the ruins of Dini, He would be trapped there for the remainder of his lifetime, and effectively segregated from the countless other worlds that he would have invaded. This is what we achieved, but the way it fell was no one's ideal. And although the sting of it has gradually faded over the years, the deep pain of the responsibility for what actually came to pass has never left me. At the time, it all seemed so clear. Gan's destructive path could not be allowed to continue. But it was never my wish that the innocent inhabitants of Riven, who had already suffered so much, would be the apes, would be the ones to have to pay for it. But enough. To dwell in the past is to die in the present. And the situation is not the same as it was then. The knowledge I've acquired since that time is yet to be factored into the equation. Long entry. So, the day after. I think I have a solution for rescuing Catherine. Why it did not occur to me sooner I do not know, unless the thought had been pushed out with the memory of my sons. A prison book. Many years ago, during a hunting expedition through the ruins of Dini, I chanced upon a formula for a most unusual type of book. Unfortunately, as my father was then in the habit of confiscating my discoveries, I had to leave it behind. Years later, however, as part of my efforts to protect the vulnerable worlds linked to the book in my library, I was pleased to find I could still recall most of the formula, and with little experimentation quickly succeeded in creating one of those devices myself. The procedure is actually quite simple, and this is an important paragraph. By altering key lines of text, but slightly, a normal linking book's connection can be partially severed such that anyone who attempts to use the book will be permanently trapped in the dark void of the link, unless someone else then uses the book, at which point that person becomes trapped, and the first person displaced into... that person becomes trapped, and the first person displaced back into the world. Okay, so the last person to touch the book gets trapped in there, and the one before that comes out. The technique can be applied to books that have already been written, changes to the text being so slight that anyone who is unfamiliar with the code will be unable to detect them. If my father is indeed unchanged, what better bait could there be than a book that appeared to be a link back here to Dini? Oh, so what's that? 12 days later. Trouble. My nightly analysis of the island's condition has revealed that the tremors have started again. The pattern, however, is new. The disturbances are the result of the changes I have made. This did not at first concern me. Tremors of this type were one of the possible side effects I'd anticipated during the initial phase of the island's readjustment. There we go. But in order to verify my assumptions, I recalculated, incorporating the new data. The results were not what I expected. The damage to the understructure is more extensive than I'd realized. I can no longer go to Riven as planned.
Gates unlocked.
Catherine, forgive me. The next day, I must act while I have the time. The signs are as yet barely visible, but there is no question that the island's deterioration is accelerating. Total collapse is imminent unless I can keep ahead of it, and that is becoming increasingly difficult to do. 2 days later, with every passing moment, I gain a clearer picture of the incredible chaos that my father's shortcuts have yielded, but it is a dismaying process. The complexity of the problem is overwhelming. There is no good end to this. The last few days have convinced me that the collapse of Riven is inevitable, and that at best I can only strive to delay it in the hope that some point the island will become stable enough to risk a rescue attempt. Whoa! Two days later again, I think I've come up with a way to subdue the tremors. It will require my exclusive attention for at least a month or two, so it may be necessary to discontinue these journal entries for a while. Well, it's not a while. Something truly miraculous has happened. Beyond all conceivable probability, someone has found my lost, missed linking book and freed me from this prison. I immediately realized that this could be the solution to my dilemma, and I believe my mysterious benefactor is willing to assist me. The logistics of such a scheme are formidable. Hey, that's me, guys! But the fact that it may now be possible for me to continue my repairs to Riven while also proceeding with my original intent to find Catherine has renewed my hopes. Yeah, I'm gonna save the day. That's me. So, 3 days later. The last few days have left me little time to work out the remaining problems with sending someone else to Riven. It did occur to me, however, that if a way could be found to signal me once Gan, my father crossed out Gan, so we're confirmed, had been captured, it would no longer be necessary to take a real linking book to Riven, and thereby risk the possibility of inadvertently freeing him. The deteriorated state of the gateway image would seem to make the use of a visual signal impossible, yet the picture remains a reliable indicator of Riven's condition. Nonetheless, by measuring and interpreting variations in the noise patterns, I am still able to observe basic changes that occur in the age, even though I cannot see them. The problem is that my instruments can only detect changes that occur at a fundamental level, and it seems unlikely that an individual would be able to affect such an elementary change from within an age. The idea may be foolish. Still, there is a known weakness that may be worth investigating. So hold on, what are we doing here? So you can still measure, you can still see what the world's like by looking at the book. And what I do is foolish. Okay. So it seems unlikely that an individual will be able to affect such an elementary change from within the edge. So that's me. Still, there is a known weakness that may be worth investigating. An unstable anomaly that appears as a rift between two separate realms. The Star Fissure. But how this feature might be exploited, I cannot say. Sending someone to Riven also means that once signaled, I will have to leave my writing in order to take a real linking book there myself. Provided my father is safely out of the way, this should take little time. Assuming the island does not incur any serious damage during my absence, I should then be able to return to Kavir and hold it together long enough for Catherine to evacuate the remaining islanders. Redetermining a specific signal may be impossible, but I'm afraid there can only be one answer to the question of whether or not I should send my friend to Riven with a way out. The potential for success will be greatly increased, and the possibility of disaster greatly diminished if the prison book is all that is taken there. My father is no doubt expecting me to bring a linking book to Riven. May he not be disappointed? Okay. So we're here to trap the father so that Atris can come in and save his wife and presumably make some better kids and, you know, treat them right this time and make sure they grow up to be good. So we got an island that's falling apart here that's still not doing anything. Okay, that's still not doing anything. Now I want to be really observant this time because in the last game there was a note to Catherine from Atris that I was supposed to find like right at the start, and I didn't find it until after I completed the game pretty much. So I want to make sure there's nothing like that again. Okay, can I push this? Is that... Yeah, where's the mechanism here? So the mechanism is here. I need some kind of... These are not buttons or anything. The pipe goes up here. And to here. So let's follow this pipe up. Oh, here's a... Hold on. Yep. Can we take this out, or is that... Okay. So can we see any traces of this pipe up here? So the pipe would be this way. Is that the pipe? No pipe here. Ooh, little little trap there. Okay, yeah, this is still locked. Now, one thing I am thinking of is we might have to pull the beetles in the right order in order to open the gate. Okay, yep, so that's that. So what is this thing here? This is... It's like a whale? Oh, there's a pipe here. So I think that's what's going on. I think I have to pull these in the right order. And if I get Gan's history correct, that door's going to open. And hold on, I actually need... So yeah, I'm going to need a pen and paper here, I think. So I now have paper. Need my microphone in a better position so I can see the book. Oh. Maybe like this, but I have to lean forward now. Okay. So to the left of the door. To the left of the door is man falling. To the right of the door is praying to empty book. Right again is Gan writing. Right again is Gan worshipped. Then we have the door, exit. And then we have, I guess, reading Gan's scripture. It's a bit unclear what's going on in this one. So he's got the tool in this 1, 2, 3, 4 in the fourth panel on the bottom. He's got some kind of protractor tool. There's a knife in the panel previous. He's got paper. He's drawing diagrams. So let's try Gan writing. Reading Gan's scripture as number 2. Praying empty book as 3. Gan worshipped as 4, and man falling as 5. So let's try that one. So number 1 is this one, I think. Gan writing. Gan sharing his writing. Praying empty book. Gan worshipped. And man falling. No. Okay, it must be an order thing, so there must be a logical order to these. So what is praying empty book? So praying empty book is... So they're all worshipping an empty book here. What's happening on the left? Like this spikes coming out of a chute, like a wood chipper or something. A wood chipper with a mouth. Oh yeah, wood going into it. And the wood chips are coming out. There's a fire, so it's like destruction of the environment. So is that what that is? Is that what that's saying? Oh, see, I didn't mean to do that. So can we just go next? No. Okay, so praying to the moon. That goes into the sun. But Gan is writing, basically, in this one. Gan's up like a god. He's being worshipped. Is this him, like... So hold on. So he's looking at plans. He's got paper. He's handing out paper to the kids. He's instructing people to attack, I guess. Or he's saying stop attacking. Then we have... blocks of various sizes, and we have paper falling down from the trees. We have Gan. Yeah, making a man fall. So this is the making of the books, right? So the books are empty. So maybe wood to make books, and then Gan writing in the books. Or wood to make books, Gan praying. Gan writing. This one, and then this one. Maybe that's what's going on. So what did I say? We could just try both. So, okay, making a book, right? Making a book, writing in a book. Well, there's no writing in the book here, right? So this would be number 2. So hold on. So this is praying empty book, right? So what if this is 1? So this is the book being made rather than praying empty book. Now the book's been made, so that would be Gan worshipped is 2. Gan writing would be 3. This one would be 4. So that would be, I guess, reading Gan's scripture would be 4. And then man falling would be 5 still. Let's try that. That is if this is an ordered puzzle. We're not getting any feedback here. We'll delete this screenshot. So let's just try this one more. Try this other. Okay. Okay, so this one. Praying empty book. Do I have to look into it? Maybe I have to look into it. Okay. This one. This one. This one. And then this one. No? Okay, we'll see if I'm on the right path with this. We'll come back and try another version. But we'll just have another look at this contraption down here. We're probably missing something. It's always the way with these games. Once you have all the pieces, the solution's pretty simple. Yeah, we need to turn this on somehow. I mean, there's not much here, is there? It's like a sword in the ground? Wow. Okay. Oh, hold on. Interesting. And we have the locked door over here is the only thing here. Ooh, we eat the plant. Okay. So what if I now press this but go in here? Oh, okay. No. Presumably if I rotate this all the way around, the door's going to be facing us. Okay, so we just did a full revolution here. Can I stand here and press that? Probably not, right? Yeah, what's the point of that? So that's how I would get the door open, right? I'd spin my way around. But with that in this position, what else has changed? Nope. Oh wow, the cracked rock. Okay, so with that pivoted, is something different in this room. Worship me. There's the steam up here that we saw on the other side. Okay, so... So I can't get in here. Oh, I see. So the door's going this way now. Yeah, so the door will be facing the other way. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. But is this not the original way it was? Unless there are two of these? Yeah, so there's the gold one here. And this is the spinning one. So what was... Well, this is locked anyway, right? So this is... Can't do anything here. Okay, now the door goes the other way. But still does not open. Yep, so there's the other path. Interesting. I mean, let's just try another order just so that we're making sure that we're not missing this. So the one that I've called Praying Empty Book. So this one is like, they're making more books, right? So they're cutting down all the trees. They're worshipping the books and they're putting everything into the books. Or are these, maybe these are different. No. So hold on. So I guess these guys are worshipping the sky and Gan's writing his book. So writing, he brings the book. Everyone reads the book. Okay, so what if writing is 1? Praying empty book is 2. Reading Gan's scripture is 3. Gan worshipped is 4. And this is still 5. Man falling is still 5. So what about that? Okay, so Gan writing. Praying empty book. They're kind of worshipping that, so that doesn't feel right. Reading Gan scripture. Gan worshipped. Man falling. Well shit, there's not much, if this is a sequencing, there's not much else we can try. So look, they're not worshipping him here, they're worshipping the sky, right? So he's writing the book. He's showing the book, showing the pages to everyone. So handwriting is 1. What is praying empty book? We'll call this one book wood chipper. So hold on, we'll call this one book wood chipper. So just to try something else. Let's say we have writing is 1. Reading scripture is 2. So writing is 1. Reading scripture is 2. Book wood chipper is 3, maybe. So writing, showing your scripture off, worshipping. Do we do man falling? Is 4 and maybe 5. Book wood chipper. And we can try and reverse 4 and 5 because they could go either way, I think. So is this a sequence? Is this like a sequence story? So hold on. Number 1, so is writing. Yeah. That's worship. So this one is reading scripture. This one is worshipped. And let's do wood let's do book wood chipper. And then man falling. No. Okay, start again. So writing? No, that's not it. So here's the door here. Book wood chipper, writing. Okay, so it's writing. Hey, look at my scripture, guys. Worshipped. Shit, which one did we do last time? Book wood chipper, man falling. We'll try both because I forget which one I did. So it's not this one. So writing. Hold on. Writing. Hey guys, read what I wrote. Reading scripture. So what's going on here? Hey kids. Hey guys, kids, put your guns down. Hey, put your knives down. Hey, look at this. Oh, falling from the trees. Oh. Two is reading scripture. So 3 is worshipped. But worship could be at the end too, really. Now we'll try man falling. Book wood chipper. So in his hand, he's got this symbol with the 5 points here. There's fire everywhere. Is this a sequence? I need to know if this is a sequence. So, look, here's just a guy writing, right? He's got... These guys aren't even worshipping. So trees are going in to make books. Five. So what's happening here? So C is full screen. Hey kids. The kids are attacking. Geometric shapes. And stuff falling from the trees and people picking it up. So he's got a plan. So he's building something. Yeah, and that guy's building for him. He's giving stuff to the kids. The kids are attacking. Are they the kids or these are just other people? So let me just look at that. Here he's got, so he's got like religious garb on here. So he's like, he's causing this man to fall. So they're all praying to him. These two are very similar. What's even this, you know? So if I got an achievement for reading the story of Garn, maybe this is just, you know, you'd think that this would just be sort of set dressing or whatever. Okay, so on this one, he's got the thing on his hand, right? So this is definitely late in the picture. He's got followers. Maybe these two at the end because he's being worshipped here, but he isn't. Oh, he's being worshipped here. I don't know, man. We've tried so many different sequences here that we're basically brute forcing it, right? So there's no fire here, but there's fire here, right? So this must come later. This must come early. This must be the first one. Although he's got carp here, so he's sort of... Maybe this is first. So... one... It's okay, we've never tried this first. Reading scriptures 1. There's stuff coming down from the trees. These... So is this all the same person, or these are different people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This feels like it would come first because, look, they're not worshipping him. He's looking at them. He's... oh, whatever that is. He's got this on here, which is maybe later. There's him like smiting, you know, there's... Maybe this is the end? Well, we already thought it was the end. It just doesn't, like... It doesn't make sense putting these in other orders. Like, there's nothing here that tells me that one order is correct, right? It does look like this is a sequence of events. Like, this is... you know, what happened, but it doesn't feel like... Okay, so he's smiting people. So he's not... that's his hand, though, right? So that's his hand. So building for me, handing out words, people killing for me, devising plans. So like this must come before that. If this indeed is a sequence, I'm possibly barking up the wrong tree here. This must come before that, right? So what's he writing? He's writing... This is like sort of coming out. So he's writing about worship. He's writing about... It's like a creation story, right? So this is the sun. So this is him writing a creation story. Right? So... book being made. Him being worshipped. So this is the one that shows a process, right? Or maybe this shows what happens after he's worshipped. Or this seems like, you know, he's giving out rules and now he's like in between these two feels like where it happens. Oceans, fire. So this is a creation story, right? So this is him writing the creation story. So the book's made, he does his creation story. There's worship here. There's worship happening here. So is this starting from when he's not known, or is he this as this starts he's already being worshipped? So there's water here, but there's no fire. So there are 5 people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So are they the same 5 that are in the other one? That's his creation story. This is man falling. With the stars like fracturing the painting. So have we tried... So, book wood chip is 1. If this doesn't work, I'm probably going to stop trying. Let's just try this. If this doesn't work, we're probably barking up the wrong tree here. Because it's not. It's very weird that there's not much to delineate the order. Like between 2 or more pictures, you could say definitely one comes before the other, but as a whole, it's not very clear to me. So number 1, reading scripture. So this one here. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Yeah, look, I don't know, man. I don't think this might not be puzzle at all. Is this a... Oh no!
Gates unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
So it wasn't... Oh my god. That was all it was, so it wasn't a sequence, it was just lore. I hate it when the game does this. So... yeah, one more. That's the same thing I found with the first game. When I had all of the pieces, the puzzle was pretty easy to solve. But there was always something hidden somewhere. So like here, I was looking at the lock, fair enough, and I didn't notice that there was this, you know, this thing on the other side. I didn't observe that. And during in the first game, I found that I was in this situation quite a bit, and for me, that's probably a game design issue, right? Because for a puzzle game, you want to be stumped by the puzzle. You don't want to be stumped by the fact that you haven't, you know, found the differences in the picture. You know, you haven't found the issues or whatever. So, cool. So I think it has to go the other way, maybe. So that's the one thing I would say, like, you know, the puzzles where I had everything, it was all fine, but then oftentimes I would be stumped on, I would be trying to solve a puzzle not knowing that I didn't have all of the pieces in front of me. And so if I was confident enough to, if there was some way of the game telling me that that thing there was not a puzzle, then that's where I would have, like, that would be good. Okay, this turns on the steam thing. This opens that door. And so, having said that, I'm not going to finish the game in this one video. But as we go forward, even so, no spoilers if you're tempted to comment, if you see me bashing my head up against something and can't figure it out. Even so, don't comment. I'll figure it out eventually. I'd like to solve this myself, even if I do feel that at sometimes some of these puzzles are a bit cheap in that way. Okay. Oh, wow. Holy crap. into the starry expanse. So this is the thing from the first game, right? That I found myself falling into, or maybe Atreus found himself falling into. Oh, what the hell? What does that do? Oh. Okay. So I suppose that did what it was meant to do, right? Oh. Oh wow, holy crap. Like, just can't reach. So what else we got here? Well, these are like just out of reach. one's just out of reach too. Hold on, I can't go anywhere yet. So... Okay, so hold on. There's that one. That one. That one. So I think this is done. So this is like wind, right? There's also the machine outside. Maybe I should, Yeah, we'll come back to this. The machine outside is, definitely... Does this stay open? No, it doesn't. Okay. So we turn that on. Let's just see what the machine does real quick. Oh, we might not be able to... Yeah, this is like a sequence, right, that we need to know. Yeah, this is a sequence. Let's... We're gonna need to be told that sequence some other way. Just have a quick look in here. Okay, I think we were right to go to the other room first. There we go, the other one's open. The achievement here is enter the Great Gold Dome. Okay, so I'm guessing that the Starry Expanse is going to point to a book as well. Oh, okay. The different phases of the moon. Let's have a look at this book and see if this takes us somewhere. Okay, doesn't seem to. This machine pointing down at it. Hold on. Oh, hold on. What is that? So if I... Ah, that brings the bridge up. So this must open the door. Excellent. Why would we want the bridge up? I don't think we do want the bridge up. Wow. Here's the bridge that we lifted up, that we don't want up. That's not good. Let's put that bridge down then. I wonder if that just locks off that area of the game now. There's probably a way across there, so we'll probably be able to come back. Okay. Okay, that's doing that. So this is where that guy went at the start, this island over here. Alright, we'll see what's over there next time. Thanks for watching. See you later.